Well, hello. It is Tuesday evening, and here we're going to do a lightning news flash tonight. It's Viking treasures and more here on Hammer Away. So it's been a little bit of time. Always seems like when I just do these things,
Can you dig it?
like every week,
Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
that it seems like I'm away for a little while. So been trying to get myself together for the summer. Got the summertime to get myself straightened out on certain things, get some things done, have all that time to do things. But that doesn't mean that I'm any better at being organized. How about that? Still lots of things dancing around, but things are coming together. It's looking good. Um, so always feel free to chat about some of those things if you're on here. It's easy to get overwhelmed. There's a lot of things that happen these days, a lot of things we can do these days, and I've got so much to learn this summer. Tonight we're not going to take too long because I'm also going to go over to Go Game Go and do a late night gameplay. I do believe so. So if there's some of our regulars that pop in here, maybe you'll be over there too. So so yeah, I think I'll do a little late night gaming. So recently I mentioned that I saw Judas Priest, Sabaton opened up, and the shirts, the merch, and how expensive it all is. And hopefully sometime soon I can get into talking with some people from the record industry so I can talk about how much things actually cost and some of these things and how much the markup is. I don't know how easy that's going to be to get into that, but um, it certainly would be nice to have some answers, right? Instead of, as the consumers, we're, at the mercy of it all. And we're just like, okay, I really want it. And, there was a phrase that came out of Europe a while back, and I'm trying to remember if it was Korean or, and they were talking about, I do believe it's pronounced somewhere to the effect of, what is it, Shalabyang? Is that what it is? I think it's it's what people call fuck it money, where it's just like this is the money that they have, and they're just like, fuck it, I'm going to spend that money because I feel that I want to be happy right now and spend this money, even though sometimes they don't really have the money. Uh, so that's how we kind of feel these days when we're purchasing some of this stuff. It's expensive, and it's sometimes I think we buy into it because we think we have to have it or that it'll be really worth something later down the line. I mean, it's going to have to turn around really quickly for some of that stuff to happen. But I don't know. We create our own little feeding trough where it's, push the button and the treat comes out. It's like, ooh, because there are people out there paying hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars for things that, you know, they either they don't need, or just if you didn't spend that much, people wouldn't be able to charge that much, which goes back to me talking about, I think there's going to be a time down the line here in a few years when there's going to be a lot of cutout vinyls out there. And that's when we should be looking into buying those. Not now when it's like, hey, $40-$50 for this one record. I don't know. And think about it, people. Think about it this way. I don't want to discourage people from buying this stuff. That's not my point. It's just that we have to think about it. In order for me to play that Firepower record, one CD or one playlist on digital, I have to put on 4 sides to hear that whole record. So I have to put on the first side, and then I'll flip it over and hear the second half of the first side if it's a regular vinyl. And then I have to put on the other, take that off, and then I get to put the other vinyl on to hear a few more songs, and then put the other vinyl on. See, so when I was growing up, I don't know how many of you know about this. I mean, obviously there's a ton of people that are sitting there going, yeah, duh. But the big thing about it is back in the day when we had turntables, they had these long posts on them, not a nub, not a nub. Some of them did. I mean, you had these, that's what some of these turntables are anymore. They're just kind of throwbacks to the little turntable that you used to stick on your nightstand or whatever, or we'd play 45s on them. They were chintzy little plastic ones. We'd play 45s on them, maybe Story 45s or whatever. But, um, they used to have these posts in the middle and that would hold multiple albums on it. So you could hear one side, it would come up, go across, patunk, the next record would fall, and it would go here. But the tough part about that is that as that record slams down on the other, it takes a second to get up to the right speed because it's got to kind of lock in and not have science spinning it on top of the other record. So there's that. So it's the bottom record's like, hold on, I can hold on. And in the meantime, they're, touching each other. And you're like, this can't be good for your records. So it's just kind of a weird thing to think about, but that's what we did back in the day. I mean, if you wanted to hear, if you wanted to listen to a double live album or a double album, that's the way it went. Sometimes they had side 1 and side 3, and then side 2 and side 4 together. So that you could put 1 on the bottom and you put 2 on top, and then pa-pump, pa-pump. Instead of 1, flip it over, there's 2. They used to do it that way so that you could stack them like that. But God, that was such a bad practice. So, hey, Emma Jade, how are you? It's so good to see you. I was thinking about you last week on our show. We were talking about folks we hadn't seen in a little while, and there you are. So thanks for stopping in and saying hello, even though I can't talk. Any late people showing up, light up that like button. Thank you. Please. Yes. Yes. Show me some love. That'd be thank you for showing me the love, Emma. Yeah, like and subscribe. Same with anybody else you see out there. I've been doing that a lot lately. I keep finding a lot of different shows that I like, and I'm digging, and I hit that like all the time. I did that with a bunch of Papa Pete's shorts that he does about his OG library for the I can't say for the Xbox, the OG Xbox. So anyway, but I had some things on the agenda tonight anyway to talk about. I'll get off of this vinyl thing, but it is fun. I love getting it. I can't wait to listen to this. There's more vinyl I'm going to be getting. I almost got a bead on another Judas Priest vinyl today, but it passed me by. I don't know how. It was there, and I put it in my cart, and then it didn't go to my cart. I don't know what the deal was. It was ridiculous. It was weird. And then it said, sorry, you can't put that in your cart. And you're like, what happened? It was right there. Anyway, bumped into a new band for me today. Actually, they are a pretty new band, but with their names, you would think that they're from elsewhere. So many of these bands are coming out of Sweden lately. I mean, you really don't even have to go much further than Sweden. I mean, there's a lot of bands coming out of Sweden these days. But this one is called Wings of Steel. I bumped into it because I was checking out, I was listening to some Priest, and then one of their songs came on, and I wasn't familiar with them. So their title song, some bands have title songs. Let me take a look at this too. I'm going to see. That's just the single. Okay. So they have an EP and a full album out. The EP is just self-titled, Wings of Steel, and then Gates of Twilight was their next record, which came out last year. So 2022 saw Wings of Steel and Gates of Twilight. So let's read about them real quick here. I'll tell you about them. They have an upcoming European tour, and there's going to have 11 shows that they're going to have, 11 opportunities to come out and experience one of the hottest, most dynamic, and new sensations that hard rock heavy metal has seen in years. I don't know if I want to say that, but it is another new one, and it's good. vocals are great. Um, Wings of Steel is a hard rock heavy metal band founded by vocalist Leo Unermark and guitarist, what is that, Parker Halub in 2019. So, rooted in the old school hard rock and heavy metal of the 70s and 80s, the band's style could be described as an epic, new, and unique expression of those classic styles. Unermark's bluesy dynamics, powerful high register, and at times poetic lyrics, paired with Halub's bombastic riffs and expressive soloing, come together to create a massive and unique sound that fans of hard rock and heavy metal have been waiting for. With an emphasis on a diverse range of inspirations in their songwriting, the newcomers follow up their debut EP, Wings of Steel, from 2022 with their first full-length album, Gates of Twilight, a 10-track album that was regarded by many as one of the hottest underground metal albums of 23. You can go to wingsofsteelband.com, and then you can do slash hashtag store. So just go to wingsofsteelband.com and then and then check out their merch. They have vinyl and CD there. They have some different packages there. The CD package is good. You can get both CDs for $20, I think. And the vinyl's not overly priced either. You can get both vinyl, the EP and the full length, for just under $50. Now you'll probably have to pay shipping too. But the thing, if it was, well, it says here, album credits, Wings of Steel and Gates of Twilight, vocals, Leo Unermark, guitars and bass, Parker Halub, and drums, Mike Mayhem. So Damien Renaud that did the mixing and the mastering, and then the artwork was done by Spencer Caliguri. So all the music is written by Parker Halub and Leo Unermark. So Leo does all of the lyrics as well. So yeah, so there you go. They have their whole tour thing out there too. You can check that out and see where they're going to be over in Europe. It's all European. So they're going to be Wings of Steel is an awesome name. Hope their music is just as good. I believe it is. I just started listening. I listened to the whole EP. All of that was good. So I'm eager to hear the full length album. I started on the first song, but didn't catch anything else yet. So let's move along. We have some unboxings, and also I want to finish doing this thing. But here, take a look at this. This is my new shirt. My dear friend purchased this for me when she and her family were out in New York. Mouse Rat. You got to love it. Straight out of Parks and Rec. So I thanked her profusely for that. Gave it a wash today, and man, it fits perfectly. If I could figure out what this shirt is, I looked at the printed tag inside. If I could find out what these were, I'd order a crap ton of these to start putting things on them. Now, I told you about the tour shirts that I purchased through a place called Printernal, and for Judas Priest and Sabaton. Now, you remember I mentioned that I got jerseys, right? So I'm going to try to hold this so you can kind of, well, I'll just show you the back. It's easier because it's not buttoned up. But there you go. And it's got the Maryland Heights one there on that second column there. That's when we saw them on May 5th. All right. So it looks really good. The only problem is I ordered an extra large, but it's an extra large child, I'm sure. I would embarrass myself and put it on for you, but that's embarrassing. But it's just silly. So anyway, I wrote them a couple of emails, and they did get back to me. So I need to take a photo, I guess, of the tag. But see, the tag doesn't show anything. Really, it just says XL. See, it says It's up in there. It says XL. Oh boy, this is weird. There, see? But it's like a kid's XL. It's not an adult men's XL. Even a women's XL. This is not a women's XL, I don't believe either. So I don't know. But see, they print your name on there, Viking Stew. And then I put 1978 because that's when I got into them. It's 1978. So I don't know. It's just kind of weird. But so they said, take some pictures. I got to send them pictures and get that all figured out. So then before I get to the unboxings, I got a quick story. So I went and you who does new tags for their cars? We got to get new tags for our cars. So I had to go and get my emissions and stuff like that. Well, I had to get a new light because one of them was busted. So I ordered that on Amazon. Then I had to get new wipers. So I went into one of my local places to get it. And look at this. I loved this. This goes for here and Go Game Go. I'm telling you. I found this on a table sitting there. And I'm like, is this on sale or something? And she's like, no, it's not. I said, but when I went in, here's something I didn't tell you. Thank you. I love it. I can't wait to have it in the right size. And they said to keep the shirt. They'll just print a new one and send it to me after I send them photos of the measurements and stuff like that. So, but they said, keep the shirt. You don't need to send it back, but just make sure that you do something good with it, like donate it to somewhere, that needs clothing. So I thought that was kind of cool. So yeah, this Mario Kart, Diddy Kong, I love it. And on the back, you can see they have other ones that are available too. You know what I don't see? I don't see Mario. Isn't that weird? There's Peach, Donkey Kong, there's Yoshi, and let's see, who else is there? Is that Koopa and what's his name? I can't see it. Anyway, the Shroom guy. So they had that one, and then they had this too, from You Only Live Twice, the Toyota 2000 GT Roadster. So one of the reasons that I got them is, well, they're cool. I had to get this one, and then this one was just there. But when I walked in, I didn't see anybody, and all of a sudden I hear this voice from somewhere go, "Oh, good morning," and there was a woman's voice. I look over, I go, "Oh, hi." It's a great jersey too. I get one. The only other jersey I have is the Alabama one. Really, Alabama. Roll Tide. Oh man, yeah, that's great. Diddy Kong. What that game? I can't wait. I got to get back into that because I haven't played that in years. So come to find out, this woman was trying to charge her phone that wasn't working, and I said, "Well, what kind of cable do you have?" She says, "Yeah, I have this thing, but it has the small end to it and it doesn't fit in the computer." I'm like, "Oh, I got you." I said, "Well, I think I got an extra one in the car. I can just loan you that one for a while, So I went out there and brought it in, and she gave me this huge discount on this stuff and on my wipers. And it was very cool. So that's one of the reasons why I went ahead and bought those, because they weren't cheap. They weren't cheap. They wanted about almost $8 for those things. So then my friend was in town with her son yesterday. And so we went shopping, and she happened to mention Hobby Lobby. Well, I love going to Hobby Lobby. I love checking out their bargains and everything, and they're 75% off, and they always have something that's 50% off. So we did a little shopping. I found, speaking of Mario, look at this. I found this cool cushy pencil box. Isn't that cool? Now, this wasn't on sale, but it was only $6.99. So I'm like, yeah, I'll buy that. That's cool. Goes along with my backpack that I got over there at the thrift store. So that was an awesome buy. And then I'm starting to buy t-shirts. So they had t-shirts there. These are nice. I mean, these are like, it's not as cool as this one, but they have a little bit of heaviness to them. So these are Comfort Colors is what it's called. I guess that's the brand, Comfort Colors. So, but they're blank. So I have a new transfer press back here. So I'm going to start coming up with designs, and then I can just iron them on any shirt and just do them that way. So it's pretty cool. So they had a couple of those shirts that were larges. So I bought 2 of those. And then I think that was about it for that. I got to watch these bags. My cat will chew them up. Now we have unboxings. I've got a couple of things. What happened to the other thing that I had here? Where'd I put it? It's kind of weird. Okay. Well, I don't know. I had 2 things I thought, but we got one right here. So I'll just do it. This showed up today and I love it. It's really cool. It goes along with what I had the other day. You guys remember this? They had remember this? The blue acrylic turntable slip mat. Well, this one I got through the Judas Priest website. Let's see what it's something else in there. And look at this. It's the pad. It's got the Judas Priest logo stuff on it. How about that? It was pretty inexpensive. It was only like $12 on their website. There were some things that were on sale. Let's see if there's a receipt or anything in here. Yep. Oh, look at that. Cool. I'll have to cut that out. It's got the Judas Priest logo on it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did have something else. Where did it go? Maybe I didn't bring it over here. I may have to open it tomorrow on the show. Maybe that's what I'll do. Now, the last thing that I want to do is I want to finish going through this first box. So another bit of news is I was just checking in with Stuart Corden. If you guys haven't checked out Blitz yet, go ahead and do that. Make sure you do that. Thank you. I love it. I can't wait to check it out. And then, that'll be the one that I'll test against the acrylic, and we'll see if there's a difference in the bass. That's what they say about these acrylic platter covers, is that it's supposed to give you a different resonance in the music. Now, I would assume that I'm one of those people that are going to be able to hear that, but we'll find out. That's not a guarantee. But I did talk to Stuart Corden today. I was messaging back and forth. He is going to step on with me on Thursday afternoon. So keep your eyes open for that. Should be right around somewhere around 1:00 Central, because I think that they have done a time change now. And I think that they are 6 hours difference. There's a point in the year where they're only 5 hours difference. But I think now they're back up to 6 hours. So check that out. Stick with me. It'll be here on Thursday afternoon. Of course, I have a full show tomorrow, regular show, and then we have Go Game Go tomorrow. So tomorrow is yet to be determined. Also had a gig over the weekend, and I'll tell you about that while I show you these. So then my friend was selling off his CDs. I talked about this before. So then I told him, I said, he had a bunch that were left over, and he goes, just take what you want. Okay, I'll just take the lot. And then I said, what do you want? Because nothing, So I said, okay, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll spring for pizza and wings or something, and we'll play video games together. So I started going through these the other day. So what I want to do is I'll just go through one of these boxes tonight, and we'll finish going through, because I already had a couple things that I showed before when last week when Jaron was on with me on Wednesday, and then Jaron showed up, and then I stopped for the moment. So if you remember, Berlin, Best of Berlin, that's a really cool cover. I love that logo. That is just gorgeous. Being a graphic designer. And then here is Frank Black CD. And then here, let me remind you of what I do, because we'll take a look at this. What is this? Music from the motion picture First Love, Last Rites. Shudder to Think. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. So do you guys remember what I do? This is what I do. Whenever I get a new CD, I'll always take the cover out. See, that's what I hate. I hate those little nubby things at the end and it gets stuck. And then you end up dinging up the end of this. So I take the cover out. I turn it. So here, not like this. I turn it like this, put it down into those, and then you just give it a bend like that and it goes straight up into those other ones. So now all you got to do to get it out is you just pull up on this and there they come. Okay. If you want, you can still slide even. Now, sometimes the books are a little bigger or it gets weird sometimes, but 90 in the high 90s percentage, it always works out. Here's a cool one for you. There you go. Joe Satriani, the self-titled album. Wow. That's cool. It has Cool Number 9 on it. Killer Bee Bop. Yeah, lots of stuff on that one. I remember getting this. I think this is a extra copy. So we'll see what we do with some of these that we have extra copies. Here's an album that I'm not familiar with. Richard Thompson. There you go, Richard Thompson. It's called Mirror Blue. So, yeah, interesting. Here's the next one is a best of, I believe. Yes. And I just saw this. Anybody see the Bon Jovi series that they just put out? It's on Hulu. It's interesting. However, I did a show about this. One of the first lightning news flashes that I did a show about this where I'm watching this whole multi-episode show and they didn't once mention about there's certain songs that they don't mention, you know. And in this case, they didn't talk about Good Guys Don't Always Wear White, which is a song I'm going to put into my band. Which was from the movie The Cowboy Way. And they didn't talk about Edge of a Broken Heart, which was a track that they did for the movie Disorderlies. So, you know, and I thought that was kind of a cool crossover thing, you know, where it was mainly like kind of a rap thing with a cast, you know, that were in that industry. And then here was Bon Jovi on it. So I don't know. Robert Plant, Fate of Nations. That's a good album. It's a good album. Here's another good album. This ties in with one of my favorite bands. It's the Planet P Project with Tony Carey. And Tony Carey was a part of what band? He was a keyboard player in what band? This only has, sometimes I don't turn these because this isn't a booklet. It's just a two-sided piece, but I still do it. This is the one that has the song Why Me? Why Me? He had a lot of other solo hits. All right, what else do we have? Oh, it looks like we have a run of REM. So we have REM Monster. See? God, I hate that. That's why I do it that way. This is Document. No, this is Out of Time. Shows you I'm not a big REM fan. Oh, well, here's more REM. Okay. So Out of Time. Have that one. Yeah. There we go. Is there a better way I should show this, Emma, to make it exciting? I don't know. Here is Dead Letter Office by REM. A lot of these covers look familiar, but as far as the music on it, I don't know. Blake. The hell, this man is live at 11 at night. Yeah, so we'll turn that one. Yeah, not a big REM fan. Here you go. Will Smith, Big Willie style. Look out. Oh, I got slapped. So yeah, Big Willie style. What's on that? Does that have Getting Jiggy with It is on there. I don't know how many times I'll listen to that. This is another one where I already have this. So it's Screamin' Cheetah Wheelies. It's a really good record though, folks. I would love to put a couple of tracks from this. Okay. Well, you got to get running. You have an early morning. I do too. So yes, I hope to see you there tomorrow. I would love that. And you have a great night too. And then I'll be out there at 4:00. I'll be out here doing the hammer away tomorrow at regular time. Take it easy. Thanks again, Emma Jada. Appreciate it. So Screaming Cheetah Wheelies, a Southern rock, bluesish band. This first album is really, really good. They had a few other albums that I have too. But that first album really, really slammed. It was great. This box is going to fall. All right, we're getting into this is some cool stuff that I already have, but damn good music. It's sad to think he wants to get rid of that. It's Van Halen for Unlawful Carnal Knowledge, which spells out what? What an acronym. All right, and here is a great record. The first album by Skid Row. Great record. Michael Wagner do this one? Yes, produced by Michael Wagner. Great record. Every song on it is outstanding. Really, really good stuff. Ooh, there's a good one. 5150. How about that? What a great album cover. And see, this is where you miss out. This really big, like 3 times this size. What a great album cover. It's fantastic. I see a lot of these. Looks like they came from the BMG Club. They have that nice little BMG Club box here up in the top with the UPC code. Not my favorite era of these guys, but Rush, Roll the Bones. I have got such a glare happening here. It's really driving me bananas. I don't know how to get rid of it. So anyway, Roll the Bones, the Rush album with just enough rap on it that you never want them to do it again. Look at this. All right. Soul Coughing, Ruby Varoom. How about that? Soul Coughing. Never heard of it. Never heard of it. All right. What else do we have here? Yeah, there's some good stuff coming. Oh, there's something I don't have that I'd want. Oh, there's the other one that I mentioned a few minutes ago. Oh, okay. All right. So we got Bruce Springsteen, Human Touch. Maybe we'll speed through these. I won't be doing the covers every time. Okay. So Gravity. So here is Semisonic with the album. What is that called? Great Divide. Semisonic, Great Divide. What else do we have here? Oh, Robbie Robertson. Wow. Storyville. Pretty cool. Robbie Robertson, Storyville. Classic. There you go. Pop classic, Sugar Ray. There you go. REM. Life's Rich Pageant. There you go. The Posies, Amazing Disgrace. Never gotten into the Posies. And here's Document by REM. Oh, and there's a Alanis Morissette. Jagged Little Pill. I'll never forget when I saw that video the first time on television. Here's a great one. Rage for Order by Queensryche. Gotta love it. Got to love it. Bruce Springsteen, The Ghost of Tom Joad. Never heard it. Oh my. Then and Now. Cool. Asia. I don't think I own that. That's great. Ooh, Every Picture Tells a Story. We're going to be doing that song in our band, Rod Stewart. And here you go. Here's another one I don't have. This is Biscuits. It's an EP by Living Color. What a great band. What a great band. I didn't end up buying a ton of their stuff. They kind of, I don't know, stepped away from what I was into or whatever, but great stuff nonetheless. I mean, still a great band. 2 albums, 2 for 1. Julie London. Julie Is Her Name, and Julie Is Her Name Volume 2. That's pretty good. Oh man, let's see. Is this what no, this isn't what I think it is. Oh my God, Timbuk 3. Wow, greetings from Timbuk 3. Outstanding. Outstanding. Oh, there's a great one. Tesla. Oh, and that's even autographed. Wow. Cool. I must have gotten that autographed for him when I met him. That's cool. Well, all right. 10,000 Maniacs in my tribe. It sounds like 10,000 Maniacs in my tribe. 10,000 Maniacs, Our Time in Eden. Almost done here. Toad the Wet Sprocket, Pale. Yeah. And Suzanne Vega, what is that? 99.9 degrees Fahrenheit. There you go. So there you go. That's box number 1. Yeah, I had a gig review that I was going to do. We had a gig on Saturday night. Everything went well. I screwed up one song though. So be sure and check out the song Solar Fire by Richie Kotzen and Adrian Smith. Smith Kotzen is the name of the band. The band project. Solar Fire though. Yeah. Got into that the other night and I practiced and then I got into the song and totally lost it during the solo. Pissed me off, but it happens. So yeah. So so enjoying my new shirt. Thank you so much to my dear friend for picking this up for me. Good old Mouse Rat. And then I will look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Be sure and tune in when I do what I'm gonna do. And whatever that ends up being. One more unboxing thing to do with you. So let's make sure that we get that done. And then also keep your eye open tonight. I think I'm going to be doing a late night gaming thing right after this. So hang tight and keep your eyes open. Go game, go. Take it easy, guys. We'll see you soon.